What's good, everybody? The ambassador here with Theme Park ERT, and we are back for episode 4 of the Enthusiast Roundtable, as we like to say it during these crazy COVID-19 times. Enthusiasts rallying together. And who do we rally today? Well, let's introduce him. First, we've got look up into the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's amazing drone footage of Canada's Wonderland. It's our friendly neighbors to the north. It's Craig and Brendan from Amusement Insiders. Hey, guys, thanks for joining us.
How are you?
Excellent, man. I want you to give us a little bit about your channel and who you guys are.
All right. Well, we do obviously construction updates at Canada's Wonderland, flying the drone, and a lot of rumors and speculation videos for Cedar Fair and Canada's Wonderland as well. And then what about you, Craig?
I'm the guy in the background that helps Brendan fix all of his technical problems when he can't figure out his camera.
Nice. And you're also the guy that provides awesome faces when he rides that drop tower for the first time. So check out the channel. It's great. And next, we got right here from SoCal, move over, Pixar's Onward. Take a back seat, Gandalf. We've got our very own wizard. It's Ethan from Theme Park Wizard. Ethan, thanks for joining us, man. What's up?
Thanks for having me. How's it going?
Good, man. We can see your eyes and your nose. What's up?
Thank you. I'm trying to get as close to the speaker as possible.
No problem. Why don't you give us a little bit about your channel?
I am a theme park channel, mostly for Southern California theme parks. I do news, rumors, and construction updates from Six Flags, Universal, and Disneyland.
Nice, man. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate that. And also, finally, the sole reason we even exist here at Theme Park ERT, our inspiration, our homie. You've probably seen him on your next ride. It's Drew from Parks Bros and Zach from from Zcoasters. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Hello.
Thanks so much.
Oh my gosh.
Why don't you give everybody an update about your channels individually?
I gotta say, what an introduction. But Parks Bros really is just a update channel for Southern California theme parks all around, and we do a lot of reviews as well. And lately we've been doing some theme park gaming because we can't go to parks itself, so that's been kind of fun to figure out. And just anything theme park and SoCal related, really.
Right. Zach.
Well, my channel's, it's kind of there. I used to do a lot of park stuff, but recently it's just becoming like a big meme. But I kind of like it like that, though.
No,
it's
good.
A lot of fun.
It's good to be a meme. And just to provide a little bit of context of what we were saying, it's like, so Days Can Blaze, John and I, when we how we met was actually, we live right next to Magic Mountain. And during the West Coast Racers construction updates and things like that, Drew doesn't live as close as we do to Magic Mountain. And so I was watching his updates and saw that he was missing like 20 to 30 markers every time. And I was like yelling at my screen, like, you're missing so many. So I reached out to him and just said, hey man, I live super close. I'd be happy to film some stuff for you if you'd like. I don't need any credit for it or anything like that. And he was like, yeah, that'd be awesome. So that's kind of how we met, was just anonymously slipping in some footage for Parks Bros. And then just became friends. And that's how I met John, because when I started working full time, John started doing those updates as well, and we all just became one big happy enthusiast family. So again, thanks so much everybody for welcome to Theme Park ERT. And as we all know, we're all quarantined, some of us worse than others, but we're we wanted to just have this little roundtable to just discuss things that are going on. I mean, we want the news cycle and the enthusiasm to still be ongoing, even though we're all without parks to go to. So just also because we finally got some international enthusiasts here, not too far away. Like I said, our friendly neighbors to the north in Canada. Let's talk to you, and Brendan and Craig. What's it like been up there in Canada with Canada's Wonderland and all the other parks up there?
I mean, we're still like we have an off season, unlike you guys in California.
Right.
So currently it's been okay. The park wouldn't be open until April 24th for season pass holders day. The only thing we're impacted by is the employees obviously haven't worked. They've been delayed. And then it looks like none of the rides are going to finish now. And it looks like one of our rides from Italy hasn't been shipped or it isn't in sight on property yet. So when the park does open, if it does open, because we are hearing rumors that there is a possibility that the park may not open this season, the rides won't be ready.
Whoa. Can you say what ride it was that was coming from Italy, or is that a hush to no basis?
The name of it slipped my mind. If Parks Bros, they might know more.
The Beagles Brigade, something like that.
Beagles Brigade. Wow, Craig knew something more than me.
And it's a flat ride?
A flat ride, and then we had like a little cliff jumping experience too that they just halted construction on because we're like almost in lockdown, but not fully.
Yeah. So they still have people working on site, at least at Cutter's Wonderland, like construction workers, or no?
Oh, everyone's now. The only people that are allowed to work now are basically like grocery workers, fast food, restaurant workers, and I think that's pretty much it. And then obviously anyone in the medical field or manufacturing medical supplies.
Well, I did hear for some strange reason that La Ronde is still open. They're like, please come, please.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
It's so weird because Quebec has the most cases.
No, anyway, I know. I appreciate that insight. Because it's just like we kind of, I don't know. At least I've seen that we kind of seem to forget that this is international. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you kind of hear clips and bits like that, but sometimes we all kind of get into our own heads and we're like, oh, it's only in our immediate area. But that's the craziness of it, is it's actually, it's so worldwide. But yeah, it's interesting that they've halted all the construction, that they may not even open at all this season. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people are missing that discussion. Like my channel, like we've been covering this whole thing going on as well as I could. And we're getting a lot of our information from pretty reliable sources, obviously in our area, who are talking about if Cedar Fair Parks don't open by August, the discussion is obviously going around that they may not open at all this season, just because they can't prep for Winterfest past August and get it open in time. Halloween Haunt can't prep in time. So past August, there would just be no point in opening, essentially.
Wow.
Yeah, because no one's allowed stepping foot on property. But yeah, so we've been talking about that possibility. I know it's dark, but obviously we want to be as honest about any scenario that can play out instead of hiding it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that Cedar Fair, along with some other parks, have kind of discussed what they're going to be doing for memberships and things like that going forward, which is good. And I'm sure that probably translates over to Canada's Wonderland as well, right? What do you know?
We don't know anything yet. The park's been pretty high goals of opening by June 1st. Their calendar says June 1st as well. And I mean, even from what I'm understanding of the numbers, Canada and the US are starting to show signs of balancing out a little more than they were a week ago. So obviously there's still a chance that they could be open by July or August, or even June, best case scenario. Fingers crossed, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And what have you heard, Ethan or Drew or Zach, you can chime in. What have you heard about the SoCal Parks? I know that they, I think Knott's Berry Farm just sent out an email.
Yeah, Knott's sent out an email a couple days ago saying that your 2020 pass is valid for all the way through the end of 2021, which I think is really cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
So and you could still purchase a 2020 pass and it'll still go through 2021 right now, which is really cool. And then I know Magic Mountain, but Magic Mountain, I think, ended up doing something with their membership program. You could halt your passes. Ethan, you might be able to explain it a little better.
Yeah, I know. Well, Magic Mountain sent me an email. They upgraded me a level to platinum. I was gold, so I guess they upgraded everyone a level. And I think they're extending the days that it's closed, but they upgraded you a level and they're extending it for however long it's closed.
Well, that's cool. If you're a membership, so if you were like a Diamond Plus or something, they would upgrade you to like a Diamond Elite or something like that.
Yeah.
I think you go up a tier. You go up a tier, and then there's supposedly, if you're a Diamond Elite already, you get a extra. What is it? You get an extra skip the line pass. Sure. Every time you go, and then I think they're doing triple points and some other things. I'm not sure exactly.
Well, I'm just.
But I know for sure that.
I get a thumbs up, maybe.
I don't know what they do. I don't know what they do for season pass holders.
Yeah, I'm not sure for that.
I haven't gotten any email or anything like that, but well, I mean, I'm glad to see that at least the parks are acknowledging that, you know, I think it's a good PR move, because it's like, I know they're taking huge hits, and, you know, they don't want, I know we discussed this in a past episode, but people might be really tentative to like re-up their season passes and their memberships, because they're going to be like out of work or whatever. They're like, yeah, I can either re-up or I can pay my utility bill. You know what I mean? And I think it's a good idea to extend it, because it really, I think in the long run, it doesn't cost the parks all that much to do that. Probably not. I think they're going to be more worried about ticket holders, like single day ticket holders is probably what's going to be what they're most worried about. What do you think?
Probably depends on the chain, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because you have some chains like Six Flags that have like memberships, and
right.
A lot of Disney annual pass holders are pass holders and they pay monthly.
Right.
Same type of deal. Whereas maybe like Knott's, since most people aren't going to buy a platinum pass, right? I don't know. I think it'll really just depend on the chain, to be honest.
Yeah. And let me just put this out to all of it, and we'll get Zach to chime in, because he's just sitting there like looking cool. Zach, what do you think? Like, when these parks open, are you going to rush out and go? Are you going to be tentative, or how do you feel about it?
I might give it a little bit, because I feel like the moment every park opens back up, everybody is going to be going.
You think so?
At like one time, yeah. But then again, I don't know. I really don't know. But I feel like I'd still give it a week or two.
I don't know. Like I'm kind of being like, as soon as it's lifted, I think I'm gonna like go to Disneyland and like get my like Rise of the Resistance thing right away.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, you can't get it now. So if there's gonna be like some downtime, like, you know, that'd be sweet. But let's also do this. Let's just, I know we're kind of talking about the sad news like that. Let's move it more into a fun direction. Let's start with you, Drew. Let's talk about, can you tell me the very first roller coaster you ever rode? Where it's located, what's it called?
I'm pretty sure it was Timberline Twister at Knott's. I have no recollection of it. I was like 3, but I think that was the first coaster I ever rode. If not that, it was either like Gadget's Go Coaster at Disneyland or Thunder Mountain. But I think it was Timberline Twister, which is actually terrible.
I wrote that one. Well, how about we'll make it a 2-part question then. So if you're too young to remember, then let's talk about the first coaster that you rode that you had a big impact on you, that you remember, that made you like an enthusiast.
Thunder Mountain had a really big impact. It was the first coaster where I'd like totally loop around, ride it 10 times in a day, and I wasn't scared of it. But I think the biggest impact coaster I had was either X2 or Twisted Colossus. That really put me over the edge and was like, I want to pursue riding roller coasters all over the world if I can.
Yeah.
So X2 scared the crap out of me. I hated it the first time, but it really broke that like scariness threshold that I needed to get me to be not afraid of pretty much any coaster out there.
Right. Right. That's a good point.
That was Viper. That was Viper for me.
That was your first. What was your first?
Well, no, that was the one that put me over the edge, where it was just like, okay, I'm not scared of anything anymore. Once I got on that thing back in the day, it was just like, wow, I can do anything. Yeah.
What about you, Brendan? Your first and then your most impactful?
All right. My first, I think, was the bat at Wonderland. My dad forced me on it, and I was terrified. There's a picture of me pretty much crying. And then most impacted was Manta at SeaWorld, Orlando.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That was when I was like, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, the flying coaster, man, it's crazy.
I'm obsessed with them. Don't ask why.
Well, we'll get you out here to Six Flags Magic Mountain so you can ride Tatsu.
Oh. I know, I keep hearing.
Tatsu!
So good. So good.
Tatsu.
And Craig, what was your first and the most impactful?
Okay, I'm pretty sure, again, my memory is terrible. I'm pretty sure it's Ghoster Coaster, and I was completely scared. My dad has a video of me on his old BlackBerry, me riding. I was screaming my head off. I was scared, and I didn't want to go anywhere near a roller coaster ever again. And then up until 2 years ago, I would say, as weird as it is, Dragonfire at Canada's Wonderland would be the most impactful because first coaster for me with inversions.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is what this feels like.
Good point. Yeah, that's true. Because, you know, until you've been in an inversion, you're like,
yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Ethan?
It would be Thunder Mountain for the first roller coaster because my dad literally dragged me on it. I have the most vivid memory of that. I hated him for it for years, but I loved him afterwards. And the most impactful would probably be California Screaming because that was the first loop I've ever been on. And then this is kind of fun. And first launch coaster too. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's got a nice 1-2 punch. I think that's like, I don't know, maybe Pony Express. I'm trying to think what's your best introduction launch coaster. Ooh, because Pony Express has that weird setup, so that's kind of a little freaky to sit on the horse. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Incredicoaster might be that good. I don't know, but it does have the loop. Whatever. We'll circle back to that. And what about you, Zach? What was your first?
That I can remember, I think it was in Mall of America. It was this kiddie coaster.
Oh yeah.
Really random, yeah. But the one that impacted me the most was Goliath at Six Flags Magic Mountain.
Right.
Just because it was fast, and I just thought that was so cool, and so I don't know. I was kind of just like, I want to keep doing stuff like this, and
right
here I am.
Nice. Well, for me, I mean, I got a little bit of age on you guys. I love how Craig was like on his like really old like BlackBerry. I'm like. Okay. I wish there was video of me on my first roller coaster, but you had to be a millionaire to own a VHS quarterback when I was young. But my first roller coaster was called Puff, the little fire dragon at Lagoon, Utah. And I'm trying to think of the most impactful coaster because like the first big coaster I did was again at Lagoon. At Lagoon, it was called the Colossus, the fire dragon, the double loops, the Schwarzkopf, crazy. But I don't know. I want to say it was probably. I know. I'm sitting there asking the questions and I wasn't even thinking of my own answers. I want to say it was probably either Goliath or X. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because Vegas, I used to live near Vegas, so when I kind of a late bloomer enthusiast. I wasn't really an enthusiast until I was like in my 20s. I'd ridden roller coasters in my past, but like I like all these stories of like being dragged onto Big Thunder Mountain and all these rides at Disneyland. I went to Disneyland when I was a kid, but when they would drag me, I bit their arm, so I wouldn't ride there. So I didn't ride my first Disneyland ride until I think I was like 19. So
wow,
I know it's weird, wow. Right? Well, I should say a big Disneyland, because I live near Vegas, so I wasn't able to go, to Disneyland all the time. So, but no, that's cool. It's fun to hear like everybody's first. Obviously very regional where you're at, but like now, how about this? What about a bucket list coaster that exists that you would all love to ride? Let's start. We'll start with you, Ethan.
Oh man, I was hoping you'd go with me last so I can think. Let me think. Bucket list coaster. It's not the most intense, but last time I was at Disney World, Expedition Everest was like broken down, and I only been there once, and it just looked so cool. I always wanted to ride it. So next time I have to get back out to Florida and ride it. So far that's my bucket list.
Nice. Has anybody else here ridden that? I have not ridden it. Has anybody?
I have.
Yeah.
Once.
And what about you, Zach? What's your bucket list?
Probably Terran at Phantasialand.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to get on Terran.
Yeah. And I appreciate you saying Phantasialand, because that's how it's pronounced. But you need to say Taran.
I'm sorry.
It's like people saying, I want to go to Mexico to get a taco.
True.
No, but Taran looks awesome. I love what Intamin's doing recently. I know it's not a recent coaster, but you know what I mean? Like, I love Intamin rides. And Craig, what's your bucket list coaster? Drop Tower? Falcon's Fury?
You got me there. I would say the Smiler at Alton Towers.
Ooh, yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. That thing looks absolutely insane.
Yeah. And it took 2 people's legs, so that's even cooler.
Well, there's that
We
too.
just lost Craig.
Sorry.
And he's back.
I got a phone call.
No, it's all good. No, the Smiler does look awesome. Yeah, I would love to, because that's still the record holder, right? As far as inversions,
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
it's like 14 or something.
Is it that many?
I don't know.
That's
Let
a
me
lot.
ask. Let me ask the most knowledgeable non-GP person here, Brendan. How many inversions is it?
I could look it up.
4. No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
It is 14.
I think it's 14.
14 is the right number.
And it's a Gerstlauer, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Wow.
And the capital of Gerstlauer coasters is where? No, I'm just kidding. A little context for those who are watching. Before we started recording, we were joking about like not being knowledgeable on like every manufacturer and every.
I'm thinking about it. I think it's Bonn.
Is it Bonn? Bonn, Germany?
Maybe no. I don't know. Never mind. Don't ask me. It's Germany. I know that.
It's Germany. All right. So bucket list coaster for you, Brendan.
Craig has stole mine. It's the Smiler.
Oh, nice. Well, you guys should like know each other and like maybe like work together, and you guys could go ride it or something like that. I don't know if you know each other or not.
yeah.
I think it's in our plans.
Nice. And Drew, what about you?
I've been thinking about it a lot. I probably would say I-305 is up there for sure.
Wow.
But another one that's really come onto my radar the past couple of months is Expedition G-Force at Holiday Park.
Yeah. Germany.
Really want to get on that for sure. Like absolutely top of the list now for me.
And didn't Venner Stengel say that was like his like crown jewel?
Yeah. He said it was what he wanted Millennium Force to be originally. So that just makes me more excited, to be honest. I know that's kind of controversial here. I'm a little bit of a Millie fanboy, but yeah, I don't know. It seems super intriguing to me, especially with all like the forest cover around it and everything too.
Yeah, for sure. And what about you, John?
Like I said last episode, I want to get on Wildfire, but I really want to get out to Shanghai Disney at some point.
Yeah.
Check out all the stuff there, and also I want to get on Taiga.
Oh yeah.
That thing looks insane.
And that's another Intamin, right? No. Is that a Vekoma? What is it? No, it's Intamin?
It's an Intamin.
I think it's Intamin.
Yeah. Okay.
It's Intamin.
Yeah, Intamin's and I said this last episode too, but my number one bucket list right now, like if money was no option and coronavirus wasn't a thing, mine is Dueling Dragons in China. Like that one that has like the, like it's got the invert underneath it and like the one on top. It's like Christmas colors, the green and red. Oh, that'd be so. I don't know. It's just like everything about that roller coaster is like exactly what I want. Unless the only thing would make it better is if it was a Mobius loop somehow, where you're inverted and then you go around and you could be like on top of it. I guess if it was an axis coaster, it could.
Actually, yeah, that would. Ooh, SNS.
Ooh, are you listening, SNS? Probably not. But hey, SNS. If you're... So, what's everybody's future plans? Like once everything like kind of dies down and stuff like that. What do we got coming up? What do you want to spoil? And anybody just chime in.
I want to ride Emperor. That would be nice. Since that should be open, this week or next week, pretty much. It was supposed to be at least. But yeah, I'd like to ride Emperor.
Yeah, have they been testing it during this lockdown?
I don't think so. No, I'm pretty sure all construction is ceased.
So it's our mini Yukon Striker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Damn right. I'm kidding.
Well, at least ours doesn't have a mid-course brake run.
Oh.
Got us there.
Oh, but what do you? Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I was going to say Jersey Devil for us, right?
Oh, yeah.
We were supposed to go June, I think, is when we were planning, but...
Well, they're still hammering it out, too, so hopefully it'll be open and ready to go by the time we can get over there.
Yeah, that's great. They still have the construction, like I was saying, they still have construction crews putting that together. The Coaster Spot, shout out to you, Coaster Spot. He's doing a great job with those updates.
Mm-hmm.
It's been really, really cool. And then Zach, what are you going to be doing anything on your own? Or are you going to be doing stuff with Drew, or what's going on?
I for sure want to go to IAPA. Hopefully that'll still happen. I'm sure it will, but I'm hoping to take Drew though. Drew,
I would love to
better
go. That would
better
be
go.
great.
But that's about it. It's just IAPA. I had a lot of trips actually planned for this year, for this summer, but that's all just been seized. So
yeah, we were planning a good week and a half in Florida at least.
We're supposed to be. Sorry, go on.
In like a month or two.
Yeah,
and that just went down the drain pretty quick. So,
what about Hollywood Nights? I know that you guys were doing a big Hollywood Nights thing.
We were thinking about it for sure, and then all of this happened, and that went down the drain pretty quick. So,
man, stinky. Ethan, what do you have coming up?
Probably just check out all the new rides like Emperor at SeaWorld and Secret Life of Pets at Universal, and I still haven't been on Rise of the Resistance because I can never get a boarding pass. So that too.
Yeah, I've been on it. Hey, it makes you feel any better. I have never even been inside Galaxy's Edge. I haven't even stepped foot inside it yet.
Oh wow,
it's true.
Mark, no.
I just don't go to Disneyland very often. Not that I don't like Disneyland. I don't go. Well, that's great. And for us, I mean, John and I, we were trying to get out to Jersey Devil. He's got some family out there that was going to let us stay with him. But I actually just a couple days ago booked a flight to Chicago in June to go see family, and we were going to go to Kings Island. I don't know if it's going to be open. We're going to try to ride Orion. Our wannabe Leviathan, right?
better Leviathan.
Maybe we'll see. I mean, I haven't been on a B&M Giga yet. I've only been on Intamin. So, that was the plan. Is that hopefully it's open and we can do Orion. But if not, I'll just be hanging out in Chicago. If they're open, we'll go to obviously Great America, Six Flags Great America again, and I'll be able to ride Max Force for the first time. But I guess we'll see. I'll just be in Chicago. Just be like, I'm in Chicago, but the flights were super cheap. So I've got a family of 3, and I think it was like $59 round trip each person.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Which is like on Delta. It was like sweet.
Wow.
So if you're not afraid to fly, I'm gonna wear like masks and stuff like that. It's cheap right now. So not that I'm encouraging everybody stay home, do your part, be smart. But yeah, so no, I'm just trying to think what else. Like, there's so many things that have been put on hold. Like, and I'm really excited about like Emperor opening, and like what else is opening? Pantheon and all these different things.
Mm-hmm.
What else do we know? Like, as far as like, I know Jersey's Devil's still going. Do we know if any other parks are continuing work? I know that you said Canada's Wonderland is not doing anything.
It's a go. Like, I don't even think anyone's on property other than security.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And John, you drove by you said you heard someone drove by Six Flags Magic Mountain the other day, and it was like all barricaded up or something.
Well, the barricades in front of the, right when you come up the driveway, right before you're going to turn right, they got it barricaded off right there to where you can just go straight to construction only.
Oh, right by X2. That's like you can't even turn.
You can't even turn right there. So they might be, doing concrete work right there while they can. Who knows what they're doing.
Well, let's talk speculation. Let's talk fun. If we're talking about Six Flags Magic Mountain, because I think actually there might be a little bit of a connection here between Amusement Insiders and John. Do we know about this?
For what?
About the Magic Mountain project?
Oh, stupid. He's just messing around. He's talking about the tilt coaster thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was that you guys that made that?
Yeah, it wasn't me, but I know I might know somebody who did that.
Oh.
I'm not sure if they want me to say their name. So
we just knew it was fake right away because the new for 2021 was like white blurred onto the like sky, and then like the Skyward train.
Well, either.
Well, it was supposed to be an April Fool's joke that ended up getting delayed a little bit, so that's how that came about.
But so many people believed it, though. I was like, "Wow!"
It was funny for a while. I had a few good laughs about that one.
Well, I just think it's funny because it looked like a golden horse. I'm like, I know that Six Flags, likes to go on the cheap end, but golden horse, and then like like a third tier DC character. Like, you know, yeah, I just thought that.
Well, that was the thing. He purposely put a bunch of like things in there so people would know it was fake, but still, like tons of people thought it was real.
Probably just because everybody's just so itching for something, you know, like everybody's just like so like pent up, and you know they want to, you know, do anything and everything, and so, you know, like, I mean, that's me. Like I'm clicking around and like just being like, there's really nothing, you know. So I appreciate, you know, channels like yours, Amusement Insiders. Like I've, you know, watched your drone footage of the. Oh, can you guys talk about that? Did you already mention that?
I don't know for sure, but it looks like Wonderland was taking advantage of the virus, and it looks like they were renovating a lot of their kids area.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so now I really don't know how that park's gonna open, because there's a large portion that's under construction.
I also heard that like big shows like Jimmy Fallon and stuff like that have started like watching roller coaster channels to kind of be a way to like pass the time, and I thought that was really interesting. So Mr. Fallon, if you're watching, subscribe to Theme Park ERT, subscribe to Amusement Insiders, subscribe to Parks Bros, subscribe to Cali Coasters. Oh, it's the meme. And subscribe to Theme Park Wizard. All right, let's wrap it up then. Let's give everybody some last words. Let's start with you, Drew. Go ahead. Some last words.
Last words. I like roller coasters.
You took mine.
No, in all seriousness though, thanks for watching Theme Park ERT. If I sent you over, really make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and make sure to go check out everybody on this stream. Theme Park Wizard, of course, Amusement Insiders. You got to go check them out. Are you guys at 30,000 subs yet? Because that needs to happen.
No, we're close.
We need that to happen right now. And then of course, Zcoasters if you want, you know. But that's all I'll say. Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks, Drew. Go check out Parks Bros. Obviously, Parks Bros. Thank you so much, Drew. And Brendan, Craig, go ahead.
Thanks for having us. We discovered your channel by accident a week ago, and it was just like the best podcast I had seen so far. So super excited to be on here.
Thanks, man.
And everyone stay home, wash your hands, and it'll be over soon if we all do this together, right?
Absolutely. Craig, yes? Okay, cool. All right. And what about you, Craig? Any last words?
Yeah, just want to say thank you to you guys just for having us on, and obviously, yeah, we had a great time here.
Yeah, thanks again so much for coming on. What about you, Ethan?
Yeah, thank you for having me on, and it was so fun to support all the lovely theme park creators here. And like everyone else says, stay at home so we can get back to the parks.
We lost.
Oh no!
We lost Craig. Eh?
I pressed the power button thing on the power bar by accident, and everything shut off.
He is now dark. He's a silhouette. He doesn't want to face reveal. You know, like computerize your voice. Oh darn. No, but thanks, Ethan. Thank you so much for joining us. We love having a local, because you know, being here in SoCal. And obviously, I know all the SoCal enthusiasts, so we're grateful for you to come and rep as well as SoCal Parks. And Zach, what do you like to say? What do you say? What do you know?
Other than just thanks for having me. I didn't know this was happening until I woke up at 1 p.m. today, and I got a text from Mark. Was like, "Hey, you want to be on the podcast?" I was like, "Yeah, I want to be on the podcast."
Absolutely. Thanks for coming on, John. What do you like to say? What do you like to say? What do you know?
Oh man. Hang in there, guys. We should be out of here soon, hopefully. That's all. Hang in there till next week, and you know, hopefully it'll be another week done and be another week closer to being back to normal.
Absolutely. You know, and again, I just wanted to thank everybody for coming on. I just think it's a really fun idea. Both John and I just thought just a really fun idea to come and just like nerd out with each other, because we're all basically coaster nerds, right? And so
much,
like,
yeah.
But no, seriously, we're very grateful, and you know, for all those who subscribe, we're very grateful. And we like to say, I like to steal this from one Mark Rober, who says, "Please consider subscribing." I like that approach. But if you haven't already, check out all these other guys' channel. Parks Bros, obviously. I don't know. I keep pointing, but it's probably gonna be somewhere else. You know, it's just like such a natural thing to point. So I don't know. But subscribe to Parks Bros if you haven't. Drew, Amusement Insiders. Make sure to add the S. And then Zcoasters, you can subscribe if you feel like it. And obviously, Theme Park Wizard. Let's get everybody up so we can upgrade ourselves. So we are very grateful for you guys coming on. It means so much to us because that's kind of the point of this channel. ERT means all sorts of things in our industry. You know, it means obviously exclusive ride time in the general sense, but we just thought it would be nice to be like, you know, enthusiasts, ride warriors, thrill seekers, engineers, ride ops, technicians, enthusiast roundtable, you know, entertainment, you know, what else? Really good food and theming. You know, just but mostly it was about the enthusiasts that we watch and that we love, and just so that we can get you on board and have you talk about what you're passionate about and just share that enthusiasm with our fans and with your fans as well. So again, thank you so much everybody for coming on. Stay safe everybody, and this has been your Theme Park ERT.